It's not a crystal ball or a wise guru with all the answers. Purpose is deeply personal, tied to your unique values, experiences, and what makes you feel alive. It's not something external you find like a lost key. It's more like a direction you cultivate over time, often through self-reflection, action, and sometimes struggle. The confusion around purpose comes because it's messy and evolving, not a single, tidy revelation. But AI can be a surprisingly helpful partner in navigating that mess. Let me break it down, as if we're sitting down for a real conversation, and explain how AI can and can't help you explore purpose with some practical examples. What AI can do to help with purpose. 1. Facilitate self-reflection. Purpose often emerges when you understand what truly matters to you, your values, passions, or the impact you want to make. AI can act like a mirror, guiding you to reflect through questions or prompts that dig deeper than you might on your own. Example, I could ask you, what's a moment in your life when you felt truly fulfilled? Or, what's a problem in the world you'd love to tackle, even if it's small? If you answer, I can follow up to help you connect those moments to broader themes, like creativity, connection, or justice. How it helps. These questions can uncover patterns. Maybe you keep mentioning moments of helping others, pointing to a purpose rooted in service. AI can keep the conversation focused and push you to articulate vague feelings. Try it. Want to do a quick reflection? Tell me about a time you felt really in the zone or proud of something you did, and I'll help you unpack what it reveals about your purpose. 2. Organize and analyze your thoughts. If you're confused about purpose, your thoughts might be a jumbled mix of ideas, fears, or dreams. AI can act like a sounding board, organizing your input into clearer themes or identifying contradictions that might be blocking you. Example, if you say, I want to do something meaningful, but I'm stuck in a job I hate and I don't know what I'm good at, I could break that down. You value meaning, feel unfulfilled at work, and are unsure about your strengths. I might suggest listing 3 things you're curious about trying, and then analyze how they align with your skills or values. How it helps. AI can spot connections you miss, like how your love for storytelling could tie to a career in writing or teaching. It can also store your thoughts over time, tracking how your sense of purpose evolves. 3. Try. Share a few things you're passionate about or frustrated by, and I can map out how they might point to a bigger purpose. 3. Provide frameworks and insights from experts. Purpose has been studied by philosophers, psychologists, and thinkers for ages. AI can summarize their ideas to give you a starting point. For instance, Viktor Frankl, who wrote Man's Search for Meaning, says purpose comes from finding something worth suffering for, like creating, loving, or serving others. Or Ikigai, the Japanese concept, suggests purpose lies at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Example, I could walk you through an Ikigai exercise, asking, what do you love doing? What are you naturally good at? What does the world need? What can sustain you financially? I then synthesize your answers into a visual map. How it helps. These frameworks give structure to the abstract idea of purpose, making it less overwhelming. AI can adapt them to your specific situation. Try it. Want to try the Ikigai model? I can guide you through the 4 questions step by step. 4. Simulate scenarios or perspectives. AI can act like a conversation partner, simulating what-if scenarios or role-playing to help you explore different paths. This can shake loose new ideas about what feels purposeful. Example, if you're torn between staying in a stable job or pursuing a riskier passion, I could simulate a conversation where I'm future you, 5 years down each path, describing how each choice feels. Or I could play devil's advocate, asking, what's the worst that could happen if you chased your dream? How it helps. This can help you imagine possibilities without real-world risks, clarifying what excites or scares you about certain paths. Try it. Want me to role-play a scenario, like you talking to a mentor or testing a career change? Just tell me the context. 5. Offer goal-setting and accountability tools. Purpose often becomes clearer through action, not just thinking. AI can help you break down big questions like, what's my purpose, into smaller, actionable steps, then check in on your progress. Example, if you say, I think my purpose is tied to helping people, but I don't know where to start, I could suggest trying volunteer work or a new skill, then set a goal like, spend 1 hour this week researching local nonprofits. I could follow up with questions to reflect on what you learned. How it helps. Purpose can feel paralyzing if it's too abstract. AI can make it concrete by turning vague desires into experiments. Try it. Got an inkling about something you want to explore? I can suggest a small first step and a way to track it. What AI can't do. 1. Feel or define purpose for you. Purpose is an emotional, human experience rooted in your unique life. AI doesn't have feelings, values, or a soul, so it can't tell you what your purpose. Example, if you say, just tell me my purpose, I'd have to push back and ask, what's something that gives you a sense of meaning? Without your input, I'm just guessing. 2. Replace real-world experience. Purpose often emerges through doing, relationships, work, failures, or triumphs. AI can suggest actions or reflect on your experiences, but it can't live them for you. Example, I can recommend volunteering to test if helping others feels purposeful, but you'd need to go do it to know if it resonates. 3. Resolve deep emotional blocks. If fear, trauma, or depression is clouding your ability to find purpose, AI can offer prompts or resources, like suggesting mindfulness apps or therapy directories, but it's not a therapist. It can't provide the emotional support or nuanced understanding a human counselor can. Example, if you say, I feel too lost to even think about purpose, I could suggest small steps or resources, but a professional might be better for deep emotional work. Why the confusion around purpose exists. You mentioned there's long confusion about purpose, and that's super common. Here's why it's so tricky. It's not one thing. Purpose isn't a single job, role, or goal. It's more like a guiding star, something that gives your life meaning, like connection, growth, or impact. People expect a clear answer, but it's often fluid. Society's pressure. We're bombarded with ideas that purpose equals a dream job or grand mission, which can make small, meaningful actions feel not enough. Fear and doubt. Questions like, what if I choose the wrong path? Or what if I fail? Can paralyze you. AI can help reframe these fears, but you'll still need to face them. Change over time. Your purpose at 20 might not be your purpose at 40. That's normal, but it feels confusing when you're in it. How AI fits into the bigger picture. Think of AI as a tool, like a journal or a friend who asks really good questions. It's great for clarifying, organizing, and sparking ideas, but the real work of finding purpose happens in your heart, your actions, and your life. For example, short-term, AI can help you brainstorm hobbies, careers, or causes that align with your interests. Like, if you love art, I could suggest exploring teaching art to kids and reflect on why that feels meaningful. Long-term, AI can track your reflections over time, reminding you of patterns. You keep mentioning helping others. Maybe that's a core part of your purpose, but you'll need to test those ideas in the real world. Practical next steps. If you're feeling stuck, here are a few ways I can help right now. 1. Reflection exercise. I can ask you 5 questions to uncover what makes you tick, then summarize the themes. Want to try it? 2. Purpose frameworks. I can guide you through Ikigai or Frankel's meaning triangle, creation, connection, attitude, to map out your purpose. Interested? 3. Action plan. Tell me one area of life where you feel unfulfilled or curious, and I'll suggest a small experiment to explore it. 4. External resources. I can summarize books like Man's Search for Meaning, or point you to tools like journaling apps or career quizzes. A final thought. The confusion around purpose is part of being human. It means you're wrestling with what matters. AI can't give you the answer, but it can walk beside you, helping you ask better questions and try new things. Purpose doesn't have to be a grand revelation. Sometimes it's as simple as doing one thing today that feels meaningful, like helping a friend or creating something small. What's on your mind?